Hey everybody, it's Karen again. I found myself thinking lately about a passage from the book of Romans, and it's from The Message, which is Eugene Peterson's translation of scripture. And it's just a couple little lines that I find myself coming back to again and again. Paul says, "Love from the center of who you are. Don't fake it. Run for dear life from evil, hold on to dear life to good. Be good friends who love deeply, practice playing second fiddle. Don't burn out. Keep yourselves fueled and aflame. Be alert servants of the Master, cheerfully expectant. Don't quit in hard times, pray all the harder." I love that, and I think it's really good advice for right now. I found myself thinking about that phrase, love from the center of who you are. And I was thinking about how hard it is for me to feel centered these days. I don't know about you, but I find my emotions are all over the map, and I feel like I'm sort of jerking between feeling and feeling. That, sometimes I just kind of snap at nothing, and other times I just get really kind of tired or down, or I just feel more reactive. I feel like it's like weather systems that are more and more extreme. You know how it is, there's a storm that comes through, only the storms are bigger. There's a snowfall, only it's a blizzard. There's rain, but it's a flood. That's how emotions seem to feel this time, and I'm noticing it not just in myself, but in lots of people around me. Anger becomes rage. Sadness becomes despondent. Things are exaggerated. They're just bigger and harder to carry. So what I'm trying to do is make my way back to the center as much as I can, to make my way back to the core. And one way that I'm doing that is simply to pay attention when I'm not quite to the extreme, but I'm heading in that direction. There's an old phrase, don't get too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. And there's a trick to paying attention before it becomes extreme. Oh, I am hungry, not starving, Oh, I'm feeling irritable. What's that about? Instead of like, I'm in a rage. That feeling of lonely or tired is the same way. And right now, I'm trying to pay attention to when I'm too anything. It's like, just noticing, what is that? Oh, I just got triggered by something. What is that? Oh, I'm feeling off. I'm feeling it in my body. What is that? And when I pause long enough to pay attention, then I'm more able to come back to center. It doesn't matter what the two is. It can be too giddy, too excited, too preoccupied, too anxious, too determined, too judgy, too impatient, too full, too laser focused. Two. Just two. When what I really love feeling is the ability to love from the center of who I am. Some people think of it as balance. It's a way of finding your way back when things are wobbly. And the bigger the waves get, the harder it is to stay in that center. Some of you know that balance is not something that comes easily to me. Back after I had cancer and I was recovering, and I decided to ride in Pelotonia, and Dr. Mary Beth Hall and my friend Susie Henry got me out on a bike, and they got me training, and I can't tell you how many times I fell off that bike. I am not kidding. I could fall off a bike just standing at a stop sign. It was impressive. I've come a long way in my balance. There's something about finding out where the core is that helps us to stay in the center. What I learned is that centering doesn't come from flailing my arms around to keep my balance. It comes from core work. And when my core is strong, then I can stay in balance. And I think the same is true for our spirits. So I invite you to think about what it is that brings you back to your core, that brings you back to your center, so that you can love from the center of who you are. I look at the trees waving behind me. I think about tree pose in yoga and what it takes simply to find that center core that keeps us in one place. Some of you know that my fiance Roland lives on a quarry, and he taught me how to paddleboard, which is no small thing. Not only that, but he taught me how to paddleboard with his dog Bella on the board, with Bella walking around on the board. This is an achievement, and it's something that I had to learn over time. But it came from paying attention to when I was wobbly, not fighting it, but finding out where the center really is. Friends, be safe, stay well, keep the faith. God bless.